Listen, I love you.
Mm. Oh, amount and types of items available to acquire differ playthrough to playthrough. Nice. It's neat. Ooh. That was a tank. Doesn't need a tank. Can't climb on that. Ooh, 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 ooh. Oh crap. Hello, Mr. Tang. Is it too late for us to be friends? Oh. I don't like empty cans.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Okay. I see.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Uh-huh. Mm.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Oh boy. I think those guys are moving.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
It's good to have you back, Koshka. Missed you. Helpfulness without limit. That's what I ask of you, and that's what you deliver, by God. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. It's just a
Caution.
tank.
The enemy is approaching.
Just a tank, Koshka. It's not hurting nobody.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Man. Seems like a bad idea. Whatever.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
And oh crap. Oh crap. Oh crap. Yeah. Ace. Oh boy. Alright. Things might have quieted down a little. I know I'm still alert. Sneaky beaky. Let's see what we got ahead. Okay. And oh, crap. With the tanks.
Need to stop.
Nope.
My job not done yet.
Oh, revival agent.
It's much better.
Okay, first aid.
It's much better.
Crap. Alright. I don't think they're coming this way. Oh, he might be. Might be thinking about it. No. Didn't go as well as I wanted.
Caution.
When does
The
it
enemy
happen?
is approaching.
Who's there?
Ah, crap. Oh boy. We're in a mess now. Right. Always time for an archive though. Let's get out of here. on the other side of this wall. Great.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Ooh.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
These are always approaching, Koshka, please. Alright. Give me some more enemy sensors. Wait, quit that smoke bomb. Hello.
Analyzing data. File name. 1st Special Battalion dinner assignments. Entered into archives.
Seriously?
First Special Battalion dinner assignments. I see. Oh. Just pretend that was an enemy sensor.
Nearby survivor located. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Of all the times. Okay, nice. From the Novoslava City Police. Burglaries on the rise. How do I get to him? Oh, that's it. Medium backpack. Vodka.
Are you all right? You should get out of here, quickly. What about her?
Emilia is dead. My wife, she protected me. Why? Why is this happening?
No man.
It wasn't your fault. I know you're suffering, but it's too dangerous to stay here. You have to leave.
I know that, but I don't want to leave her here like this.
Her sacrifice will have been in vain if you end up dying too. I know it sounds heartless, but that's the only option you have right now.
Hey, I remember you. You're Olga Kalanina. You used to be a Wanzer pilot in the Garmonian army. I used to work for the Garmonian army's PR division. I interviewed you when you became a pilot.
Oh, yes, that's right, you did.
I heard about it when you left the army, after your daughter died.
Why are you bringing that up?
Why do you want to talk about that right now? That was so long ago.
It was terrible. The army and civilians fighting all over the city, killing your daughter and so many others. Once you left the army, I really worried if you'd ever recover. And here you are, a Ruthenian police officer. Tell me, how did you do it? How did you get over her death?
Just listening to you talk about what happened is bringing all that pain back to the surface. That pain is always there. Always. I've never gotten over it. But still, as long as I'm alive, I want to do whatever is in my power to make the world around me better than I found it.
I'm sorry I reopened old wounds. Maybe I'll try things your way. Even if all I can do right now is grieve.
Alright, let's get you out of here.
Subject of protection registered.
Hopefully.
Lead the way to the
Oh,
shelter.
are you kidding me?
Now!
I got dude man's right there. How? Okay. Think this one over. He's gotta walk by all those guys.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Okay, that dude's going that way. Huh? Oh,
Caution.
that's close.
The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Save my butt. A tank. There's a tank in that safe area. Come on now. Jeez.
Caution. The
Maybe I
enemy
should
is
just smoke
approaching.
it off. Hope for the best.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is...
Gotcha. Oh crap.
Stop screaming.
Okay.
It's much better.
Oh, they brought a tank too. That is not nice. I'm one girl. You really need a tank? Apparently. He's just patrolling, okay. Oh, no he's not. Oh.
That's much better.
Well... You know what? This might work. Oh, crap. This might work, actually. Oh, that.
Stop the bleeding. That's much better.
The civilian is under attack. Go to the rescue.
Crap. Okay, I guess that didn't work.
How am I out of ammo?
Subject of protection has encountered the enemy. Go to the rescue.
Oh,
The civilian is dead.
they just all died, huh? Okay. Jeez. Oh. Oh, what?
Caution, close quarters weapon damaged. Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device. Warning, there are multiple enemies in the vicinity. The enemy is on high alert.
Oh. Vodka, why not?
That's much better.
This is turning into a real mess. Oh, crap. Out of ammo. Oh, I unequipped my pistol. An accident.
Clear the target! Throwing grenade!
Nope. Okay. Oh, I can search this now.
Analyzing data. File name. Top 100 Garmonian beauties. Entered into archives.
Nice.
What? Don't archive that.
Don't archive that. Archived. Oh god. Oh, I'm in there. I'm number 22. Hell yeah. Peace. The girl's number 22. Uh-oh. They're coming this way. Where's that? Got that area on high alert. I guess this mission was kind of my just be like the intro and tutorial to manipulating those safe areas. Cause a ruckus in one area so you can go through another. But I'm too bad to do that. Well, better luck next time. Nice loot. Sweet, sweet loot. Any armor? I do. That equipped, I guess. Memory pack. Aid pack. What do we have here? Crossbow bolts, I guess. Ah. Oh. What else did I get? That would ask me to confirm it. Only need one revival aid now. Hands. I can't keep my weight down a little. Oh, crossbow doesn't have weight. That's good. Oh, how's my weight looking? Ah, my weight's good. Guess it's a floor above me.
Caution.
Data analysis complete.
Good. Now transmit these copies. Get the original drive and come with me. We'll report this directly to Lieutenant Zazchev.
cracked.
Caution.
Grenade! Who are you?
Oh crap.
Caution. Close quarters weapon damage worsening.
Someone cover me!
Ah, crap.
Clear the target! Throwing grenade!
Ooh. Alright.
What is this, Koshka?
It appears to be Wanzer production reports. It seems that, for some reason, this one was designed and produced in secret.
So those guys who were looking for Boonin must really be after this mech.
It is highly possible. According to the data, it was already assembled and transported to warehouses near the harbor.
Let's see.
Enemy troop
Oh,
deployments
crap.
have changed. Transmitting information to your device.
Good.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I need something to stop the bleeding.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Close quarters weapon failure. I advise discarding it.
Correct. Crap. Whoa. What? The boy's got a shield? Uh-oh. Got myself trapped.
Grenade out!
Caution. Body armor damaged. Caution. Body armor damage worsening.
Okay.
Out of ammo!
Oh boy.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh, gotcha.
I'm out of ammo!
Oh boy. DPS 96?
Cover me!
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Jeez.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh.
There! Out of ammo!
Warning. Body armor failure. Please take care when under fire.
I'm out of ammo! Ah! I'm out of ammo!
Thanks for letting me know, buddy. Crap. Whatever. Let's get out of here. I.
The nearby enemy troops have started to mobilize. They seem to be heading toward the harbor.
They must have seen the copies of this data. Koshka, have you been able to locate that girl? Yulia?
There is no information on anyone fitting her description nearby. Perhaps she has already left this area.
I see. Wherever she is, I hope she's safe. Anyway, I need to hightail it to the harbor. Who knows how long the Ruthenian army can hold out for?
Alright. Things got a little crazy there. Hey. Clean it out. Guess I should just run past those dudes more often. Tank buddy's still here. Always good. Where do I want to? On that. So right there.
Caution. The enemy.
Care about my drone. Empty bottle. Jackpot. This way. Oh boy.
was that about? He didn't look like military. I swear I've seen his face before. Somewhere.
Match found. Ruslan Ismailov, former leader of NGFP, the group that fought for Novoslava's liberation. He was confirmed dead 2 years ago, in April of 2125.
The hero of Novoslava's revolution. That can't be him. He's dead. He was assassinated right after the city was liberated.
That is correct. His face is a 98.3% match to images on file. Barring the existence of an identical twin, it is unlikely that was anyone else.
A twin. Wouldn't that be convenient? But then... who was that?
Oh. Plot thickens. Oh, one of those handgun bullets.
Don't move.
Uh-oh.
I believe that's my line, Mr. Deadman. You... aren't Ruslan.
Ruslan? Why did you say that name? Tell me what's going on.
Ruslan Ismailov, Novoslava's fallen hero, was just here.
He was here? What are you talking about? He's dead.
Honestly, I don't quite believe it myself. I know he was assassinated. By someone called...
Leonid Osterman, a former member of Ruslan's liberation group. He was arrested, charged with murder, and sentenced to death. There are records that his punishment was carried out that same year.
Where is he? Where did Ruslan go?
He left. You just missed him.
No.
Who was that guy?
That was Leonid Osterman, a former member of Ruslan's liberation group. He was charged with murder and sentenced to death. There are records that his punishment was carried out that same year. Inexplicably, both his appearance and voice print match the records.
Another ghost.
Oh boy. Leonid. I'm glad he didn't shoot us. That would have been awkward. Since he's the other playable character. To the harbor. Okay.
Olga, I have bad news. A short time ago, the Ruthenia army decided to retreat from Novoslava.
What do you mean, retreat? It hasn't even been half a day. Koshka, is there any other way I can meet up with the army?
Continue west as planned. There are private container ships moored in the harbor. It is possible to escape if you are able to board one.
The Garmonians are heading to the harbor too, aren't they? I've got a bad feeling about this.
Boy. Left alive. Yikes. Save the soldier and the child. Wiped away the bomb. He goes. Military secrets. Zotek's executive director. Saved that one? No, I didn't. Saved one survivor. Man. Forget who. Nope, now he plays Leonid. Former elite member of NGFP, group that fought for Novoslava's liberation. He was arrested for the murder of the group's leader, Ruslan Ismailov, sentenced to death. Official records state that he was executed as planned, but the truth is he had been wallowing in prison ever since his arrest. When the fighting started, he took advantage of the chaos to break out of jail. He sets his sights on finding Ruslan after learning the man is still alive and in the city. Oh, okay.
Tell me where Ruslan is. I'm going after him.
Leonid Osterman, former elite of NGFP, the group that fought for Novoslava's liberation. Sentenced to death for murdering Ruslan, the group's leader, and executed later that year. Official records confirm the death of condemned inmate D105. You. I am unsure how to best classify your existence.
I was falsely accused. Overwrite those damned records. Truth is, I'm still kicking. Classify me however you like.
I will reserve judgment until the present situation has been dealt with. For the moment, you are now under my supervision, D105.
Piece of crap AI.
The Garmonia army is patrolling the perimeter. I advise you acquire a weapon immediately.
Tell me where Ruslan is.
I'll arm myself later. Find Ruslan first.
Searching for camera footage to analyze. Ruslan Ismailov is not in the vicinity.
You can't have gotten that far yet.
Go after Ruslan.
Nearby survivor located. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Would this guy care about survivors? Where is it? I have a weapon. Might not be the best. Hey, I got one. Ooh, KI8 weekend. No? Mangled necklace. What?
There are remnants of a battle fought within a nearby building. It seems the Ruthenian troops barricaded themselves inside, but they were all killed. It is possible you will be able to procure some weapons and ammunition there. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Ooh. Weapons and ammunition, you say? There, you say?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
What? Oh crap. Another one? Really? Are these jerks on Wi-Fi?
Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device.
Okay. Oh.
Nearby survivor located.
Ooh.
Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Uh-oh, that's not good. They got like a sniper. Okay, so... and Dude Man's still there. Okay, there he goes. Damn. Ooh, a sledgehammer. Nice. Was that a second survivor? Ready? The looter. Okay. Do this one little bit at a time.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
There, buddy.
Wait a second. I know that face.
Ah, great.
You're the one that killed Novoslava's hero. I thought they executed you. Whoa. I've never met a hardened criminal before. Hey, you mind doing me a favor?
What favor is that?
Whatever this place was before, it's totally empty now. The perfect chance, wouldn't you say?
Wait a second. You want me to loot this place?
What's the problem? Whoever owns it is probably dead by now anyway.
And you called me a criminal. With everything else that's going on right now, you really think I'll put my life on the line for a bit of cash?
Times like these make for prime opportunities. Still, I guess I get where you're coming from. Okay, how about this? Find me something worth a pretty penny, and I'll give you something else in return. I'm no good with this sort of thing, but you look like you were born for it. Promise, I'll make it worth your time.
Alright.
Then we got ourselves a deal. Don't bite off more than you can chew and end up getting killed by those Garmonian scumbags.
What about,
Yo, how's it
what
going?
about that necklace? The mangled necklace.
Hold on a sec. Let me see. Man, what garbage heap did you pull this piece of trash out of? Ugh, what a waste of time. Well, whatever. So pick what you want for it, but remember, I don't do returns.
No returns. Bottles, knives. Ooh, those knives could come in handy.
Pleasure doing business with you. If you find anything else, come look for me.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Well. I guess he isn't gonna go to shelter. Ah, crap. Of course. Oh boy. That's the sound of I gotta get my ass out of here. Alright, change. Why can't I take that? Whatever. Overweight. Oh. Okay. Yikes, this thing's heavy. Need a backpack. Nope, didn't. You gotta actually equip it. That helps. Oh, it's an archive. Dormitory homicide. Suspect. Commit suicide. Okay. This? KIA beacon. Nice. Those are super useful. There's Survivor over here. Buddy. Let me get this first.
Evening.
Evening.
Such a pretty night, with the city all lit up.
Sure is. Yeah.
I agree. But you can't stay here gazing at the scenery forever.
You look scared. Did something happen?
Are you blind? The city's overrun with Garmonian soldiers. They'll kill you on sight.
I'm not blind. I'm not deaf either. I can hear the screams. A truly exquisite symphony.
Ah. One of those people.
There's some weird-ass people in the world. I don't have time for this. Enjoy your symphony or whatever.
I will. Have a good night.
No. I mean, as long as he's happy. You know? Isn't that important? Hey, that sniper jerk.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh crap. All around me. Hmm. Might be able to go there from here.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
But those tunnels are really getting this. There's an archive here.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Land of battle poverty desperately needed as slums grow.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
That was an item. Nice. Oh.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh boy.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Okay, this sledgehammer might have to go. It's stupid heavy. Oh. I managed to equip this anyways.
Caution. The enemy is
Let's
approaching.
go over there. Find another weapon.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Well, let's try the tunnels. Oh, I picked up a backpack. Oh. Tunnels might not work out. Thanks. Tunnels probably really aren't gonna work.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh boy.
Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device.
No biggie.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Cool. All good. Good in the hood.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Okay.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device.
Alright. Mostly just those drones.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is
Uh-oh.
approaching.
This area's under caution now. Let's get out of here.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Don't move!
Oh crap. Oh, whoa.
Caution. Body armor damaged.
Oh. Oh crap.
Caution. Body armor damage worsening. Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device.
Really?
Warning. There are multiple enemies in the vicinity. The enemy is on high alert.
Okay.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Always approaching. Now this is an alert area.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Made the area you surround us safe.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Make enemy sensor.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. 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 Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh crap.
Enemy spotted! Ugh! Ha!
Oh.
Warning. Body armor failure. Please take care when under fire.
That stings.
Reload!
Bam.
Enemy combatant!
Ooh. Oh boy.
There!
Ooh crap. Nope, move it, move it. Oh, what's this? Okay, beacon. Oh crap.
Enemy combatant!
Oh,
This is how it ends.
well, crap. Dudes are just everywhere. Combat or explosions raise vigilance in that area, but lower vigilance in the surrounding area. Back here. Tattered Friendship Journal. Okay.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
I think I just went right under his drone.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Right? That went well.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh, crap.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Yeah, beacon. Go that way.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Okay.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Getting rid of this guy would be very helpful.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
They're gotten rid of.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Come on. Don't you know how to be anywhere else?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Climb up here. Nope.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. 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 Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Alright. Okay. So far, so good. I have stuff I don't have equipped. I don't have the throwing knives equipped. Or the crossbow. Armor. Wait. A journal exchange between a female student and a male teacher is full of intimate entries they wrote to each other. Hey. Shotgun. Inventory full. Oh, I have all the shotgun I can hold. Oh, we get to save.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Mm-hmm. Oh crap. Range. Go this way.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Ooh.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Uh-oh. Oh, sniper dudes.
Enemy spotted.
Uh-oh. Man, could you guys
Caution,
not...
body armor damaged. Caution, body armor damage worsening.
God.
Reloading.
Warning, body armor failure. Please take care when under fire.
Ha!
No. Oh my.
Things. So, this is how it ends.
Jeez. Surrounded by drones.
So,
No.
this is how it ends.
Got sniped. Jeez.
Caution, the enemy is approaching.
Crap. Damn drones.
Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device.
Uh-oh. Maybe if I make a ruckus over here, they'll go away from there. Good try it.
Caution.
Enemy spotted.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Enemy troop deployments have changed.
That's fine.
Transmitting information to your device. Warning. There are multiple enemies in the vicinity. The enemy is on high alert. Caution. Body armor damaged.
Oh. Alright, I put this area on high alert. And a GTFO. Take the heat off that other area? Yes, it did. That's the idea.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
They still safe. I guess she tells me if it changes. Hopefully, if she can tell me about an enemy approaching 50 million times, she can tell me if the thing changes. So what? Oh, door. More weapons. You know what? As neat as the sledgehammer is, look at this shit. It's like a third of the weight. Ooh. Fire rate, range, accuracy. Puts me overweight though, how? Shot grenades. Yikes. There's no way. 1086? Are you kidding me? Do I look like I'm made out of backpacks over here? Fireworks. Those probably change the alert areas very easily. Oh.
Not a single survivor. Damn Garmonians.
Leonid?
Sophie?
How?
You were meeting Ruslan here, weren't
Tell me
you?
why you killed
Where is he?
Ruslan? Ruslan's alive? After Ruslan died, and you were arrested, the rest of the movement thought...
I know, but he's here. My AI saw him too. I'm not lying. Besides, I think I would have remembered killing him. I was framed! If Ruslan's alive, then I can only imagine I have him to blame for it.
He's really alive.
Yeah, yippee. I've been rotting away inside a prison cell since the day they cuffed me, trying to figure out why. Someone fingered me for his death. I knew that much. But he wasn't dead. He pulled the wool over all of our eyes. He's the one who pinned the guilt on me!
Leo, stop! Just... give me a second to take this all in.
What about you, huh?
Me? No, I would never. I can't believe he's alive.
Forget it. I'm going after Ruslan.
Wait! You were Ruslan's right-hand man. Losing both of you at the same time? How do you think that felt? How are we supposed to keep fighting? We may have accomplished what we set out to do, but then the group collapsed, tearing itself apart from the inside. What were we supposed to do? We were all just...
Oh.
The friends you knew are all gone. Wait. I promise it's not another sob story. There's something I want to show you. It's about Ruslan. You wouldn't believe me if I told you, so I want you to see it for yourself. Meet me at that bar we used to go to all the time. Maybe then you'll find the truth.
I need to go east. Find me a way out of here.
Nearly everything east of here is under Garmonian control. I do not advise going that way.
I don't care. Just do it.
Understood, D-105. Transmitting point of egress to your device.
Oh boy. Back through all that, huh? Jeeks. Over here. Archives. Don't look like it. I went over here down. Well, screw it. Shotgun, we can get this. With no ammo. I know where I can fix that. From there. I hear nothing.
Caution. The enemy seems to be approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
They have helicopters now? Why do they just have to, like, just keep piling it on, man? See if there isn't some assault rifle ammo. Put the shotgun and magnum away. And submachine gun. Alright. We got some ammo. So I'll save. Let's go. Get my pipe. Oh, wait. Crap. Okay. Hopefully this way can work out. Eight. Okay, I'm gonna need a different route. I'll have to draw those guys away. Man, what are you doing up there? Oh, what's that? Yes, KIA beacon.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
And just sneak a leak. Yes. Alright. In there.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh, buddy.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Okay, now.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Thanks, Koshka. Don't ever change.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Come on.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Awesome.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is
Probably
approaching.
want him to move. Oh boy. Oh no, this way
Caution.
is gonna be
The
much
enemy
better.
is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
You're as reliable as a reverse beam.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Whoop. Really?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Is it me?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh, he's on alert now. Shoot you in the ass. Man, I suck with this thing.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Try to hit me.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
That's the one!
Caution.
Yeah.
Body armor damage worsening. Warning. Body armor failure. Please take care when under fire.
And sniper now. What is it shooting at?
Caution. The enemy is...
Yeah. If I can run up on this sniper. Oh crap. Doesn't really look like it. Judging by where my cover is. There we go. Ooh, I wonder if I can pick up that sniper rifle. Oh, I can. Hell yeah. That's good to know. Fireworks too, nice.
Enemy troop deployments have changed. Transmitting information to your device.
Ah. The safe went away because there's just nobody here now. That's cool. That dude might be home. He survived that? Yes. All right, come on. Maybe I actually get over there. Ooh, wait.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
There we go.
Nearby survivor located. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Over there. Guess I have to go there anyways. Kind of.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
No crap. Uh-oh. Oh, of course. Oh crap. Oh, damn.
How the hell am I out of ammo?
I guess he's down. Hopefully. I don't think I'll be picking up that sniper rifle though. Where did these dudes go? Ah, what? Oh. Ah, crap.
Caution, close quarters weapon damage.
That stings.
Oh.
Caution, close quarters weapon damage worsening.
There we go. Where am I? Oh man. Well, since I'm in the neighborhood, oh nice. Okay. You ain't. Great. Body armor. Nice. And smoke grenade. Some first aid kits. Some painkillers I never use. always forget to put.
Are you a Ruthenian soldier?
Nope.
Yes, thank you. That's so kind of you. I need to ask you a favor if it's not too much.
What favor?
It's my husband. He died protecting me. If no one's taken it, he should still be wearing his wedding ring. I don't want to leave without it, so I was wondering, would you go find it for me?
What? No way.
Oh, yes. Of course not. That's okay. I should be able to find it myself.
I'm in a little war here, lady. Oh, okay. Oh, crap.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Jeez, these guys don't just give up, huh? Okay. Just have to go up there, across the bridge.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Oh crap. It looks like I'm not going across that bridge. Are you kidding me? Snipers everywhere. Oh.
Caution.
Didn't mean to press
The
that.
enemy is approaching.
Okay.
Koshka to D-105. There are a considerable amount of enemy troops ahead. I do not advise forcing your way through.
Hey, is this thing waterproof?
The device can be submerged up to 10 meters for 20 minutes.
Perfect. Then I'm proceeding as planned.
Okay. See how this place is looking. Not the best.
Nearby survivor located. Transmitting coordinates to your device. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
The firefight in here isn't the worst. It's encounter. Is someone up there?
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Okay. I'll take it. Take my cam back. Do you actually want to be saved, or do you just want something?
You don't look Garmonian.
That's because I'm not. I've cleaned him out of this area, so it should be safe for the time being. You should get out of here while you still can.
Well, that's a big help. I've been trying to get out on my own for a while, but never could get past those guys. There's gotta be some way I can thank you. Here, have a look at what I've got. If you see anything you need, it's yours. Sorry, but I gotta watch out for number one, too. I'd appreciate it if you only took one thing. Hopefully I'll have something that'll come in handy for you.
Well, let's see what you got. Ooh. First aid kits. I'll take the 3 first aid kits.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
This is more than enough, thanks. Now get going.
Okay. Hey, keep yourself alive out there.
Subject of protection registered. Lead the way to the
Oh,
shelter.
and I have to get him to the shelter. Isn't there a shelter right above that? Yeah, you should be fine. Unless it spawns someone. Oh, screw it. Lost enough of these survivors. I want to get one.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Yeah, he'll be fine.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Civilian subject of protection safely evacuated to shelter.
Ooh.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
4 of them?
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Maybe not.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Snipers all over the place. Jeez.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Okay. Yikes. What do I have? Oh, I have quite a few.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Are you kidding me? Oh boy. Okay. Make it across that
Caution.
ridge.
The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution. The enemy is approaching.
Doshka, I love you.
Caution. The enemy is approaching.
All right. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I should have brought my swimsuit.
Costa to D105. Your device is taking on water. The exterior has been scanned.
Okay. Left alive. Hey, I missed a lot. Oh well. A strange man called Patrick, claiming to be a journalist, informed Mikhail that the Ruthenia army has all but retreated from the city, shattering Mikhail's hope of rejoining his comrades. Mikhail agreed to rescue Councilman Boonin from the Konakov Council building in exchange for information on a route to escape the city. Well before Leonid had escaped from the city area, Mikhail set off in search of the councilman.
He said Boonin was at the Konakov Council building, right? I haven't been there since a field trip we took for social studies in school.
The Garmonian forces occupy the surrounding area. Please proceed with caution, Mikhail. Also, I have new information about Mr. Boonin. He is taking measures to transport the illicit Wanzer to the harbor.
What? Where did you hear that?
From a civilian trying to escape the city. Captain Olga Kalinina of the Novoslava City Police.
Her again? That cop just doesn't know when to quit. Hold on. If that's true, then... It'd be faster just to tell that reporter what you told me.
Which assumes you will be able to convince him of that fact. However, you did agree to ensure Boonin's safety in return for information about an escape route.
Yeah, I guess I did. Well, no time to waste. Staff Sergeant Mikhail Shuvalov of the 2nd Mobile Platoon, commencing civilian rescue.
Oh, I'm here.
Survivors located. Transmitting coordinates to your device.
Yikes. So I said this was well before what just happened.
Caution. The enemy is approaching. Caution.
Oh, crap. Wrong button. Nope. Old muscle memory where L1 is crouch. That's for Mirror's Edge. Damn you, Mirror's Edge. Oh, bleeding.
That's better.
Ooh, all full up, huh? Let's see what we got. Bolt rifle. Get this special rifle. Yeah, 'cause that's a lot of vodka. Don't need that many. Definitely don't need that many painkillers. But knows I never use them. 7 fireworks? Armor. Bunch of submachine gun bullets. I don't have submachine gun. Oh. Looks like I should. That's what I have a bunch of ammo for. Let's see, man. Oh. That one. I could use the healing thing. Alright, that's gonna be it for today.